Well, good morning, and a glorious morning from the rock to all of you all people who are watching now. It's great to be out here at this time of morning. I actually walked from up by Worthing down here this morning just to walk through what I was going to be going through today. And look at what we have come upon. Just check that sunrise at Rockley Beach, better known as Accra to us locals. Alright, we're going to do a little trip down memory lane today, but we're going to start our morning first of all with our Serenity Prayer. So we're going to come back to the sun. I hope you have on your darker makers, because I am not taking any responsibility for any eye damage this morning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Okay, here we go. Let's pray for some peace, folks. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Folks, good morning to you on a beautiful day in Barbados, and I'm going to start off this morning with a silent 360 to get us going. Here we go. Goodness gracious, this is beautiful. I can't keep my mouth shut. Sorry about that. We tried that later on again, but anyhow, you've had your 360 and you've had your view. Look at what just made me talk. Jeez. Talk about beautiful. No matter where you go on the island, the sunrise, no matter if it is on the west coast, or if it's on the east coast, or if it's on the south coast, it has spectacular settings everywhere. Everywhere is a little different. Somewhere you see it straight over the horizon, somewhere you see the backdrop of trees, somewhere you see it as this here. Just stunning. Look at the reflections on the water. What a beautiful morning. You know, welcome to Barbados. And I noticed that yesterday I didn't show you all me at all. So I'm going to start off this morning with me as well. So good morning to you all and welcome to Barbados. As I said before, a little bit of swell running through here. Nothing really, but you know, it's a high tide going into mid-tide swell. Just a surge kind of thing to do with the swell itself. So we're going to walk on now. So here we go. Alright, we said we're going to do a little trip down memory lane. Now, you know, my memory ain't so great, but I'm going to try and give you all what I remember. And then if you all want to fill in between, please feel free to do so. Beautiful, beautiful Rockley. Now, at one time, this beach here was dreaded to swim at. It used to be very, very dangerous, especially up into the eastern sections, because you used to have like pockets in the sand, deep holes in the sand. Used to call it something similar to a little whirlpool kind of thing, and pull you around and stuff. So I remember that very, very well. However, that is gone years ago. But out here you see one dreaded spot to swim, especially, as I said before, up in the end up there to the east. Alright, Accra Beach Hotel has been here as long as I remember it. What it used to be though is it used to run from the roadside to the sea in that direction. That's how all the apartments used to face the east. And just to the east of the actual structure was a pizza house. I remember that very, very well. The pizza house would be where the restaurant is now, sort of like in the center of the screen. And this is a much bigger footprint than it used to be before. The original structure used to come down, I would say, just around where the beach bar is. You can see the top to the beach bar, to the pool bar. You can see the top to that right there, and that's where the original structure used to come down. However, over the years, when it expanded huge. Lovely, lovely hotel. I haven't heard any negative reports about it. I've stayed there myself. It's beautiful, starlit jacuzzi in the top floor. It's beautiful. That's just to tell you one of the things. And then there are lots of dip pools on the balconies as well. So you don't even have to leave your room if you want to relax yourself. So perfect place just to come and chill out, even if you see it's rough or if there's any sargassum, which there's none today, incidentally. You can always come here and cool out as well. Alright, turtle mention please, folks. We have two areas definitely relays. One here directly in front of the Casuarina tree. Akra, if you would please tag off Kerala for me. This is one, and then the other one is just a little bit to the east of the lifeguard hut, but we'll show you that in a few minutes time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Alright, we have a walk for you. A lot of it's going to be on the main road as well. We're going to be doing a little on and off of the main road. Good morning to you. It's going to be beautiful for us to take in this here, a little bit of the land side as well as the beach side today. So that's why I was telling you, wearing your beach shoes or slippers You can toss them on while we're walking on the main road and then take them off when we hit the beach again. Just lovely. I remember at Accra Beach there were no small shops there or shuttle shops. You know, there were only a bread lady called Miss P, that we used to all buy our food from. And we used to hang out sitting on that wall. There's a wall, as you can see, just at the end of the beach here, just before you get to those huts itself. That's where it was a cool out spot in the original days. Behind there was no solid car park. When I say no solid car park, it was sand filled. And when we used to have heavy rains or big pools, actually Akra used to be sort of like inaccessible into the car park area when we used to have heavy rains. It used to turn into like a big pond. Remember that very well. All the eastern section is now laid out in the car park, open air car park opposite Blue Horizon. That you see all just pasture. I remember when they talked about this, about developing here into what it is now. I remember we used to all just sit here and laugh at that and say that will never happen in Barbados. But lo and behold, it has happened. It's all developed and it's a beautiful facility. You'll find everything here that you need. There's also fast food restaurants galore all around. Chefette on the opposite side of the road now. I remember Chefette for eons. I remember when there was no Chefette there, but vaguely, just vaguely. But I do remember that as well. This beach was small. It was nothing like this here. Where we are was about the same thing. We used to play beach cricket here at one time. But down at the end there was really not much beach at all. You used to have to go up where the boardwalk is now, onto sand dunes where they had a little souvenir shop and stuff. Just a little step back in time for those of you that like to go backwards a little bit. Morning! David up there again is all of his area ready for the sales today. So you all know he is a jeweler as well. Alright, the second turtle area is just over here behind these beach chairs. Actually, beach chairs were up by where it was. It's just by the trash can itself. The tracks are going up there. You can still see the tracks, and the lay is just right there in front of the trash can. So one more time, if you tag off for me, please. Beautiful morning. You know, we've had so much sargassum recently that I was so happy this morning to come down here and find like this. Found it just a couple of weeks ago, and then we had a float that caused havoc on the south again for swimmers. Just magnificent. Alright, years ago, we're going back again. At the top of this beach here, there's a place called Serenity Bar. It used to have a big dollar sign on it. I remember that was on the wall. A big dollar sign, that was Serenity Bar. And then after that, when Rockley Resort was developed, they turned it into the Rockley Beach facility. You used to offer shuttle bus from Rockley down to the beach facility. And that's something that was complimentary to all the guests that were there. So they had access to the beach and all of the luxuries that you would at a beach hotel. But they used to live inland at a golf course, actually. It's a golf course called the Rockley Golf Course. Just beautiful, beautiful scenery. So y'all can hear the sea is sounding beautiful this morning. So we're going to make our way, as I said, we're going up to Worthing now. We're going to start going inland as soon as we get to the top here. We start our morning with a lovely swim. Great thing to do. Nice semi 360 partial. I guess we made about a 270, so we call that our first successful 270 of the day. We try 360 later on. Real popular spot for people to bring their dogs and stuff in the morning. I know a lot of people that come down here with their dogs and swim them in this general area early on in the morning and then leave before the crowd starts to come in. And that is the usual place. You'll find a lot of kids and stuff swimming. It's very, very calm and fairly safe in that section. There are no currents because of the outer rocks that have been dropped. You will see two markers in the sea. There's one just in the center of the camera now, and then there's one coming up with a bird on top of it in the center of the camera again. That is an outer catchment groin. That is designed to direct the sand in here that's flowing along the south coast, and it has worked for sure. But here sometimes suffers with some sea erosion, the sand moving, but it does come back. It's a beautiful beach, as you can see. Just lovely. I know there are a lot of y'all on here that you see call the Akra boys. I remember that very, very well. I was sort of an Akra boy too, but not referred to as the Akra boys. But down here you see beautiful, beautiful in those days. Alright, this is now known as the Tiki Bar. This is fairly popular here as well. Look at those dogs, they're beautiful. They're a lovely breed, my goodness. Good dear, just lovely. Alright, you'll see a lot of modifications that have gone on here over the last couple of months and stuff. Good morning, how are you all? Good morning, hello. How are you all? Lovely man, respect. So I have some companions that are joining me, but I think the owners may want them back more than me. Good dear, they're beautiful. Look at these. Aren't they lovely? Just little pups, man. Just gorgeous. Yes, yes. You see, everybody loves the Beijing Warrior and all. Dogs and all. Right, Southern Surf Apartments. Been here for as long as I remember as well. It went through some expansions over the years, but same footprint has always been here. I remember this very, very well. I know a lot of Canadians that have stayed here. Used to hang their flags from the banisters upstairs, the ones that were long timers here. Haven't seen that for a little while, but they used to always hang them for the banisters on the top. And what we can do today is we can do a little bit of main road, as I mentioned, but we can do a little deviation off the road for a minute. Above is what was called, it's still called Abbeville, but it used to call the House of Daiquiris. It was a small hotel, I would say, apartment hotel. It used to be there before. Went through a lot of changes and stuff over the years. It's now being reopened again. Get slot machines, and I understand their daiquiris are still good. I don't drink them anymore, but I understand they're still very, very good as well. Alright, we can take this little road through the back here. I remember there was, I can't remember the name of it, but I remember there was a small apartment complex here with this massive condo section that's being set up. Can't remember what it was called. I don't know if someone can drop that in there if your memory is better than mine. We're just really walking this area so I could show you one of the very popular restaurants on the island. One that I used to enjoy steaks at all the time. They do carry vegan options, so you can always come here and just let them know when you're coming and make your order, and they will sort you out. I do know that because some of my family took me here recently. Had a lovely lunch here with them. Great it was. But this is Champers. It used to be known as the Torrington Guest House originally. It then went into the Torrington Old People's Home, retirement home, and then it was taken over a few years back when Champers moved from down in Hastings up here. So this is their facility here. It's beautiful. They've been through a lot of expansion on the cliff section. It's much more seating area than you saw before. And for those of you that don't like the heat, they also offer air conditioned eating upstairs as well, with the same beautiful view overlooking the south coast, but air conditioned as well. Now up through here they had two hotels. One was called Akra Bank and one was called Blythewood. And I remember them very well because some of my school friends, their mum used to actually work at the Blythewood, Trehans. Remember that very, very well. But they have changed now. It's now Blue Orchid, so you know they have had a lot of changes in this area. But the hotel now is lovely as well. But I remember this is a very, very popular place. Akra Bank was a favourite with a lot of people because of where it was located, right on a point. You can look right down the Rockley area, right up through the Akra Bank beach, which some people refer to as Worthing. All little businesses have popped up all along here where there were homes at one time, little salons and spas and stuff. There's also, if you're staying in this area, if you want a laundromat, there's Charles's laundromat just here in the corner. Charles and Marcia, they have a laundromat there. He also does hair as well. He's a hairdresser. Alright, it's nice to come on to the road sometimes to get a look at the other side of Barbados, so that's what we'll be taking in for a few minutes. The sun is going to be a little bit directing us as we go up here, but we won't be on the road for too long. Another big change that's ongoing here is what you see El Sueño restaurant. I don't know if you remember that years and years ago, and then it sat there for a very, very long time with nothing going on and just sort of like deteriorating over the years. However, they're turned into a very large, I think it's a shopping complex, or I guess a high-end boutiques and stuff. I haven't heard of everything about it, so I really don't elaborate on it too much, but I do know they're doing a very big project here at the moment. They're trying to keep the same main structure and maintain the style that was there. And I'll show you what we can see from the road in a couple of seconds. Now this was one of the dreaded corners I remember in my teens when we used to race up and down the south coast here in cars. This is a corner that claimed many people because after you come down this long straight, this would take you out. I don't know if you all remember that. The thing is, the road that led off to the left that goes in by Champers, you still fool a lot of people, and coming down here they didn't even realize it's such a sharp turn. Akra Bank corner, dreaded. Or you see behind, they're trying to keep the same original structure in the middle there, the tower especially. That is how it used to be in the beginning, and they're building onto that. Lots of expansions on there. It's going to be a very, very big structure when it's finished for sure. Our surfologist, hydrologist, good morning sir, how are you going?
Good morning.
Alright man, greetings to you man, hello. Alright man, take it easy, huh? Alright, cool. So you see Ryan does his walk with his guy all the time, or with his girl, takes her out for walks every morning. Okay, if you're looking for a tattoo on the island, please contact Soul Touch. That is Jonathan. He's done all of my tats. Great guy. He's located just right here. It's called Soul Touch. It's a really good guy, real lots of fun. When you leave Jonathan after tattoo, you will leave there cracking up with stitches if you laugh a lot. Alright, first entrance to Akra Bank, what we refer to as Akra Bank Beach. This is just above where the Blythewood used to be. I'll show you in a second. There's a drainway to the sea, as you can appreciate. Now out here, this beach goes and comes. 1 minute it's nice and broad, next minute you can hardly even see a beach. Right now it looks fairly good, but it's still smallish. But down inside, lovely facility. We're not going to spend too much time on that one today. We just sort of like strolling here. You can always put in Akra Bank in any of your searches in my YouTube channel, and you'll find quite a few videos out here if you are interested in having a better look. It's beautiful. Now all along here, there's a drop off, a very big drop off, and there's usually a lot of water surging in this area. But today doesn't look super bad, but the drop off is definitely going to be steep. It's just how it hits this coastline here. And just a little bit to our east of where we are, there's a reef that runs right along the shoreline, a protective reef per se, that kids and stuff swim behind. We've shown you that as well in some past videos, but or vlogs. You can have a look at them as well if you'd like. And we're going to do our 360 here. Pretty deep, so let's go. Now there's a lot of talk about a boardwalk along this area in the future. I'm not too sure when that's going to happen. I don't know if it's actually going to come to pass. However, there's lots and lots of talk about that boardwalk that will continue from Rockley right up to Oystins is what the project is planned. But I don't know, as I said, what will happen if all of it will be done at one time, if it will be done in stages, or if it will be done at all. But that is the talk of the town. Beautiful morning. Look at this. All the boats are facing due south, so that will tell you we're going to take lots of influence from that system today, Larry. It's going to get beastly hot. Yesterday I was sitting down with 2 fans on me and I was sweating because most of the air ventilation into the place where I am, my cottage, my palace, it comes from the east and the north. So anything off of the south is just no wind at all, so very humid conditions. For those of you who want to know about Seafoam Hacienda or that have stayed here, want to have a look at it, maybe see your apartment, Seafoam Hacienda. I see we have a special birthday on board today. One of our, who personally like to call my Care Can girl. Happy birthday, Nicole. Happy birthday from me. You'll see when the sea sucks back here. We're at mid-tide right now. The high tide, I think, was around 4 o'clock this morning, or coming on to 4, so it's sort of like a mid-tide now. But you can see the protective reef I was mentioning. This pretty much runs from here right up this entire length of the beach. Sometimes it's under sand, and sometimes it is not. But just be wary when you're stepping over there. You know, if you're going to swim out here, look for the pockets and stuff. Just watch where you're going in, because it does drop off if you do walk on that reef, and it does have sand on it. The drop off, the initial drop off right after the reef itself will be pretty steep, so just be wary of that. As I said, this beach goes and comes. I thought it was big when I first came on the walkway there, but as you can see, it is really not big at all right now. At low tide, you remember, the sea will be right back to this reef. So this beach will be a lot wider, but you can see the angle on it that it's building sand up inside. So, you know, it should come down and shift off and level off when we have some swells that pass, hopefully. Just beautiful water area. Now in the distance, those coconut trees you're seeing over on the right hand side, Sanitary Grove. That is a place that I have named after some of my Canadian friends that actually planted those trees there. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. Call it the office. We'll get to that further on because I'm sure we'll pass here this morning. I'm going to make sure of that anyhow. So, you can't get around the point today because the tide is too high. As you can see, the water is coming off the cliffs and off of the break, water up there where they have the big boulders drop. Just too rough to go around with the gimbal. So we're going to be taking our time and we're going to go up a piece of the roadside itself so you can talk a little bit more about there too. Just listen to the sea. Calming and soothing. How beautiful. As you know, we don't normally walk into the east because of the sunlight, but we have done this here already, walking the other direction. Not all of the walk, but some of it. But we have never... Hey, what's up, Raymond? How are you going, man? I'm good, man. Yep, so we're going to be taking in something different today. We're going to be going up on the roadside, as I said. And over there we'll talk a little bit more about some of the past and some of the history. That should bring back some super fond memories to you. Just a beautiful day in Barbados. Just another beautiful day in Barbados. I can't say it's any different from any other day we've experienced, because every day that we go out, we have an amazing time. Even when we went out in the sort of like mini storm, when we were down at Grand Barbados with the lightning flashing and all the thunder and stuff and the heavy rains, still was beautiful Barbados. All you have to do is be, as long as it's not pitch dark and you can see anything at all here, it's beautiful. Just stunning. Okay, this is where the erosion really shows. Now, a lot of these places here will have sand up on this top deck here. When the sand starts to build, it will start to wash up onto there before it settles again. But it's really, really bad right now, as you can see. You can see how the reef is sucking back here, the water on the reef. Looking similar to a west coast, but we're talking about maybe 8-10 yards out. About 8 yards out, you can actually see where it's starting to suck off, and that's the reef that we talked about. You can see it right along there. Looks like a second shore break almost. So just to understand, if you are in this area, you're going to need to just be careful of where you're going to see. You can go in above here, just maybe another 20 yards up, you can get into the sea there without a reef, or you can go back down to where we started, where we were in the sea. Alright, back onto the main road now, because as you can see, that is virtually impossible right now with camera equipment. If I didn't have anything with me, I would walk through that quite comfortably, but camera equipment definitely will put a stop on that today. Alright, when we walk through here, we have a little history for you, a little walk down memory lane. Now, just behind this gas station here that's in front of us, or slightly in front of us on our left, there was a snack there. I think it was called Hill Snacket. It was like what you all would maybe call a soda shop. You know, I used to have all kind of hot dogs, and I remember the cheeseburgers here were like the demand for everyone. And that place used to run like from the main road across to the gas station. There was a small building there, very, very popular in those days. And why was it so popular? Because where they have the Cave Shepherd building, it's just directly in front of our camera now, used to call the Vista Cinema. Now the Vista was the hot spot. On Saturday night, everybody used to come to Vista, all the teens, parents would drop them here, we would spend the night here, and then we'd go over to the Snacket, and then we'd get picked up later on. Then in later years, as the Snacket closed here, everyone walked to Chefette. So you used to get on a Saturday night, no joke, 1,000 people, well, maybe not that many, say a couple of hundred people, walking down to Chefette from Vista. Parents used to drop us at Vista, we used to walk down to Chefette, get something to eat down there, and then we get picked up down there. That was the layman spot, Chefette. This Trimart here Now there were two supermarkets in this area, so I hope I have it right because I don't remember which was which, but I think this was Goddard Supermarket at one time that you see located here. That was a huge supermarket in Barbados in those days. And then a little further up, there was one called Simpson's Supermarket. Again, another beautiful supermarket. That is where you will find, just like directly opposite the entrance that will take you under the crystal waters. That is that complex up there where they now have the Little Caesars, pizza, etc. Now a real walk down memory lane for some of you all guys. Where this insurance company is, this is where the original ship-in restaurant and bar was. This is before it went into Lawrence Gap. I remember this so well. Small home, all the windows used to open out, people used to sit in the windowsills. What a wonderful place it was. It was beautiful, had lots of trees around it. You used to come here and park and spend the entire day. And that was when it was really ship-in. Where this place is all located now used to be Sean's Pool Hall. I remember this very, very well. Sean's Pool Hall was Sean's disco, which turned into a pool hall eventually. And they had two brothers here that had nightclubs. One was Sean and one was Steve's. So you all will remember Steve's disco as well if you all remember that era. Really taking you down memory lane now, so you all will know, you all will remember that. I'm sure anybody remembers the shipping from those days. It was absolutely amazing. Even when it was in St. Lawrence Gap, it was great too, but when it was here, oh my goodness, they were party days. So that sort of like dates me a little bit, because you would know if I was there. But remember, I started partying early, maybe 13, 14, I was going into the 18 and up kind of places, because it just was, that was the kind of lifestyle I was living in those days. Lovely, lovely area. Now this area had sort of like died for a period of time. You know, nothing was really happening, but then a lot of structures have been put up. The Lucky Horseshoe came in, Chicken Barn, and then we have a shopping complex that's been built up there as well. So it's sort of like come back alive a little bit now, because it had really died for a while. So this is great to see as well. Now the island is extremely quiet right now, as you can appreciate. It is still suffering from the COVID effects and stuff. And obviously travel is not like it used to be. And right now we're in September, which is the quietest tourist month of the year. Everybody knows that travels, September is the quietest time in Barbados. Majority hotels will close and do their renovations at this time. You know, a lot of restaurants and stuff will close and get themselves ready as well. So September is a quiet time. September and October, and then it starts to pick up again, November, December. So right now it's beautiful and quiet. Now I mentioned a little while ago about the Simpsons Supermarket. That was just up there where you were seeing the Little Caesar sign. Don't know if you can see it there, but it's in the center of the screen. There you see also Star Discount. I don't know if you all remember that. And also we had quite a few nightclubs in the back section as well. Everybody would know about those. I know there are party people on here that can be talking about that right now. So we're making our way down to Worthing. This is the way you can drive into the beach. This is VIP parking. If you come down in here, be prepared to get blocked in, because if down in here it gets a lot of locals or even visitors, well, many locals, especially on a weekend or a bank holiday or in the summer holidays when the kids are off, a lot of people are bringing them to the beach, and you come down here and park and leave, you can come and find your car blocked in for hours until you can find that person. So be wary of that, please. A lot of these homes here are actually up for rental, Airbnb style. I remember when Coral Sands was built. Coral Sands was built by the gentleman that used to own and run Blue Horizon Hotel, Mr. Worm. And when he left Blue Horizon, he said he was going to go on to a smaller project, and he designed this here. It's more known as a business accommodation or business hotel, but very, very popular, and beautiful, beautiful rooms overlooking a crazily beautiful bay and cove. Well, bay and lagoon, I should say. Now, a lot of people do not know this drive down to this beach. Some have found it over the years, but a lot of you may not be aware that you can actually drive down here. Where this home was located, I can't remember the name of it, but there was a 3-story wooden guest home here. Beautiful, absolute wonderful memories from those days. And that's when the Worms bought it over and put up this huge Coral Sands, which is lovely. I love Coral Sands. I've always told people, if you want somewhere really great to stay, check Coral Sands. It's just because of the location. And why is it because of the location? Because you're on the best beach in the world. So, as you know, I have access to some of the most beautiful beaches anywhere in this island. And this is where I call home. That is the office. That is where all of our friends will sit throughout the year when they come in. And we sit there and we do absolutely nothing. That is the kind of work we do. We perfect the art of sand gravity, which is to lie down and do nothing whatsoever. Just to show you where we came from, that is the Akra beach that we walked up. And show you, I didn't go down a little further on the beach, maybe just do a little 360 here as well. So you can see what here looks like. You got a feel for it, not in going sun where you'll get blinded. So here we go. Isn't that just beautiful? Stunning, beautiful Barbados. Good morning, sir. Just lovely. All right, so this is where our location will be. This will be the end of our walk for today. We're going to walk, we're going to actually go and see in a few seconds time. We're going to try and find a spot that's not too much blinding of the sunlight for you. But as you can appreciate, I need to touch my ocean. But before I do that, I'll just point out a couple of places here for you. Sandy Beach Hotel, it used to be called, it's now called the Sands. And this hotel has been here for a very, very long time. I remember this hotel when it was constructed in the original way as it was Sandy Beach. Now when I first started to come to this beach here, there was no sand whatsoever here. Where the crystal waters is there, but where you see the yellow kayaks, that is where you went up steps into crystal water. At high tide, the sea used to come in and hit up on the wall itself, just in front of crystal water where you're seeing. There were no coconut trees here whatsoever. And it was all where you see that reclaimed land directly in the center of the screen, that was not there at all. So there was no way that you could get by there in high tide without getting properly soaked. No coconut trees. And then I think it probably in the later 80s, it started to develop into a massive, massive beach out here. A beach that you used to drive out to. So where you'll see the end of that groin is approximately where the high tide water used to come up to. So that will give you an indication of how much sand was out here. So much so that about midway between us and Scotch and Soda, they had a coconut tree. Believe that or not, yes, there was a coconut tree there. And that was till, I would say, maybe the late 80s, 90s. No, maybe 90s, yeah. 90s coming up into 2000. And then we had a couple of hurricanes that passed here that started to shift the sand. And that is when we started to lose it. Now, all here, right down to, I would say, 3/4 way out on that groin was where the beach used to go to, but it would consistently go right through, and a massive beach along here. Used to play all types of activities on this beach. Used to have big beach competitions out here, as in sports. I had the Highland Games out here, on this beach with massive obstacles and stuff. You know, it was a big place. And the first wet fete, crop over wet fete that was ever held in Barbados was held here, and the actual area that was chain link fence was between those two groins that you're seeing there. So that will give you an indication of how big this beach was. This beach was humongous, but it has just started to go back to the old times. So as it came from nothing, it's going back quite a bit now, and I'm not too sure how much sand will be around in the future here, what will happen on this coastline, but we'll wait and see, and hopefully no one interferes with Mother Nature. Let her play her course now, and let's enjoy whatever happens, and you know, whatever she leaves for us, let us enjoy that and be grateful for it. All right, got a couple of little swells coming through. We're gonna have me hopping and skipping in a few places, as you can see. But I wanted to give you a lovely water 360 from here. You're gonna get blinded, so darker makers, please. Had to bite my tongue on that one there, boy. Just didn't want to fail you all another Water 360. Anyhow, just to let you know that if you are interested in seeing some turtles, there usually are turtles in this lagoon here, in this protected lagoon. You'll find them grazing on the moss and stuff on the bottom. It is also a very safe area for swimming. Not much currents. The only current they really have out here, that's experienced out here, is just going around this groin here. Very, very strong current, and that's because there's a channel that runs between that groin and the outer reef, which is maybe about 30 yards outside of that. And in between there, where the boats enter and exit this lagoon from. But you can find low tide, you can walk on the outer reef where you see those waves breaking now. Most of that reef will be above water level at low tide and calm conditions. So you can walk right out there, not from here. From here is the deeper section. But if you go up by where Bike Shot House used to be, or the very eastern end of this beach, there is a sandbar that runs directly out to that reef. And you've probably seen a couple of videos with us in it, where we've done mainly just down to shin deep in water, and then we can get right out to the reef. Now, I call this the most beautiful beach in the world. And I just don't call this section the most beautiful beach. What I refer to as Sandy Beach. I know that I've taken a lot of criticism for it because I merged two beaches, but that is my privilege. I'm telling this story anyhow from Coral Sands, where we were just now, the entire way up to what you see Bike Shot House, which is just above the sluice gate. I refer to as Sandy Beach. When I tell you I'm going to Sandy Beach, you can find me anywhere between those 2 points. I know the above section is called Worthing, and that is what you find in the map. But so is all this way down to Akra Bank called Worthing, and some of us are very comfortable to say Akra Bank Beach, but we're not comfortable to say that this could be called Sandy Beach. But I'm going to call it all Sandy Beach, because at one time this is all one massive beach to go here. For those of you that want to come to Crystal Waters, they are functioning on Sundays. They also function in the week as well. Just give them a call and find out from them what is going on and their activities and what they have planned. Now, Chateau Blanc has been sold, and it's now currently going through some renovations and stuff. Inside renovations, it seems though they're going to maintain the same outer structure. I spoke to one of the owners a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, what's up, Ross? Every morning, good morning. I spoke to one of the owners a couple of weeks ago, and they told me that this coming season it should be open, so you can chat with them, get back online and research it, because I know there are a lot of people that love to stay here. I know this is one of your favorite spots, and the second apartment down is where I brought my angel to when she first came to Barbados. We spent a weekend there after our cruise. It was amazing, just beautiful. Brought her to the best beach in the world. Now, what a better way to impress your lady than to do that, huh? Amazing. Bring her to the best island in the world and take her to the best beach and to the one of the nicest little guest homes on the island. Beautiful scenery around here. Scotch is sort of looking a little bit rough right now, but as you all know, that has been floating there. I would say, at least for me, I know for sure, at least 50 years. I would say 45 to 50 years Scotch soda has been in the water here. That is sort of like a water landmark for us. Just beautiful. Carib Beach Bar went through many different ownerships, different names, but it's back to the original Carib Beach Bar now. The same ladies are running Crystal Waters run here as well, Debbie and Susan. For those of you that know Spotter, this is his office, and this is where you'll find Spot every day. No matter whether it's rain or not, Spot will come and spend a couple hours here. I think he is another fixture on this beach as well. As far as I remember back, Spotter has been here. Well, he wasn't here from the very beginning, but he's been here for a very, very long time. You'll see all of the old homes that were just above here. One was burnt, and then all the others have been pushed down, and the entire area is being cleaned up. It is a beautiful, long, deserved facelift for this section of the island. It is just gorgeous. You know, before it used to always look really bad up inside, but now they've got it really well maintained and stuff. Now they've just put down some marl in the bottom. If you're interested, you can get all kind of food here. There's a fish restaurant just above there, a little small one with the thatch. I'll take you maybe over by that, let you have a look at it, and then we wrap up this morning. It's been a long one again, but I really am thoroughly enjoying it. Walk down memory lane again at the top there, where you will see the sign up saying bananas. That you see Bike Shot House. I was pretty much raised there as a teen. Every weekend my parents used to come down there, and we used to spend the weekend with the Robinsons. I remember them very, very well. Maybe some of them one of these days will pick up the vlog. So hi Adam and Deborah. That is the younger generation that I would know, that I grew up with. Good morning to you all. I remember this here so well. Their cheese Sputniks were something to die for. Alright, everybody knows up here, very popular area. What you do not know is about the fish complex behind, which I'll show you in a second. But if you want to come here and spend the entire day, all the facilities are here. Restrooms, washrooms, showers, everything is here for you. Lots of shade as well. Definitely the best beach in the world. Now, here we go. For you Canadians on board, especially you Canadians on board. I know this is one of your main hotspots right here, and it will be coming next year as well. So I'm looking forward to that. You'll see all of the work still going on. It's still ongoing. It's not completely finished, but you'll see all of these structures that were behind here. They're all dilapidated buildings have all been taken down and flattened, and the whole place will be beautified. So up here is going to be just magnificent shortly. And then this is the seafood shack. They serve everything. I have actually some pictures I took the other day of their menu and stuff. So if you're up here in this beach, you no longer have to just use the bigger bars and stuff. This is a seafood shop. They offer some great foods. Actually, see their board right there, so I'll just say it real quick, and then we'll definitely say goodbye for the day. This has just popped up over the last 2 months, but it offers all types of food. You would be surprised at the kind of food that they offer here when you think of where it's located. But there you go. You can always freeze this and come back and have a look at it later on, but I just want to show you it. Great beach facilities. Now remember, any of these facilities or anything at the moment, if you're here on the island, you need a mask to go in. You need a mask to go in any of the restaurants or any of the public areas. You can walk on the beach, that is not an issue, but to go into any of the actual facilities and stuff, you need a mask for sure. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Sluice gate is just above here, and there's a lot of rain and stuff. You would get a lot of seepage of water coming under it, even if it's not officially open, which would discolor this water here. So if you are down here and you see that discolored water, I wouldn't recommend you go and swim in it. You can walk outside, like where you see those folks are. You can actually walk out there quite comfortably, and because of the current flow in this area, out there is clear, crystal clear water. So if you are staying here, you don't want to drive somewhere, you can just walk over the sandbank, which is directly in front of what is named Bananas there, and straight out to the reef, and then you can just swim off from there. It gets a lot deeper, like overhead deepness going down the rest of the bay itself. This is my favorite beach in the world, and as I said, it's not because of its cosmetics, it's because of the way I feel. This place has my heart. Just like this island has my heart, this beach has my heart. This is where I will always call my home beach. Just beautiful, beautiful beach facilities. Great, everything is here. All the luxuries are here. Everything you could possibly want is here. And if you don't have it here, across the road, there's supermarkets, mini marts, you know, gas stations, whatever you want is in this area. So all of the conveniences are located here. Have numerous bars, as you've seen, and amazing beaches as well. So if you want to come to Barbados and you want to come on this side of the island, you want to swim in a lagoon where there are turtles and stuff, or you just want to swim in one of the safest spots on the island, come over here to Sandy Beach, or what you want to refer to as maybe Worthing Beach. And, you know, folks, we've had a beautiful day today. I have for sure. Been in to see numerous times. See, we're celebrating with one of our care team on their birthday. Hope she's having a fantastic day so far. It's only just started, but I'm wishing you the best of days. I'm hoping that the day that you're wishing for becomes reality, no matter what it is. And just enjoy life. Remember, that's the most important thing. Enjoy life. Take the blessings of another day, call it a birthday. We've made it through another year. Alright, the 10-foot man is back on the beach, as you can see him walking in front of the camera. So we're going to say our farewells for now. War wagon, all dirty, but neatly parked one side there in a safe area. Alright, last 360 for the day, folks. Here we go. Well, I really hope you all had a good day with me. I have had a fabulous morning. It has been an amazing day. I've seen all the beauty. I've walked in areas that I call my home. This is where I live. This is who I am. I am a beach boy. I'm a beach boy from Barbados that's bringing you all the beauty from all of our coastlines and from the interior. And that is because I'm on a journey that God has laid for me. And the journey that God has asked me to walk on, or has shone his light on me to walk on, is to bring joy, happiness, peace, love, and kindness to everyone around me. And as long as I can do that to one person today, I am doing what he's asked of me. So what I can say to you is that if you know what your light is asking of you, I'm asking you to do that today. Just enjoy life, be positive, be kind, be caring, and remember that there are people out there that don't have anything at all. I mean, that just don't even know where they're going to get a meal from today. You know, so if you pass them today, a smile can mean so much to anyone in that situation. I know it means the world to me, even when I'm in the roughest of times. I see someone smile, automatically I feel as though the day is a much better day for me. So everyone have a fantastic time. Hope you've enjoyed it again. You've seen a lot of the beautiful beaches on this island. You've seen some lovely oceans, and you've seen Barbados, and you've woken up in Barbados, and you've welcomed in another daybreak on the rock. Have a great day. Love you all. Best of wishes from me and the Beijing Warrior, and this is the beauty of Barbados through my eyes. And we are the EMC, and that is a caring, loving, spiritual group that just loves life and wants to make life as good as it can be. Have a great day, everyone.